my god. Oh, people are going to hate this book. Greetings, children of the screen. Your friendly neighborhood nerd scum here once again with another quick thoughts video. This week focusing in on Venom #1 by Donny Cates, Ryan Stegman, J.P. Mayer, and Frank Martin. So Venom, right guys? He's up, he's down, he's a barrel of frickin' monkeys. What are we gonna do? I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna put Donny Cates on the book and see what happens. So yeah, guys, as you know, I really love the work of Donny Cates. I am a big fan. I will pretty much read anything that's got his name on it. Ryan Stegman is a fantastic artist, and not only his pages in the previews, but his pages in this book are absolutely fantastic. The artwork is totally awesome. But there are some issues. There are some issues that I think people are going to have serious problems with. So just so you know, guys, there will be a few spoilers here. I'm going to go over the basic plot of the book because I have to talk about the things that are going on. So if you want to read this book and you don't want any spoilers, go pick it up and then come back here and give it a watch. Alright, so the basic plot of this book. We start off in Viking days, where we see a creature very similar to the symbiotes, if not the symbiotes, attacking a clan of Vikings. And then we come to modern day, where we see that it is actually the symbiote Venom is having a nightmare, which Eddie didn't know that the symbiote could have, and the symbiote did not know that it could have them either up until recently. And ever since he started having these nightmares, the symbiote has been acting really, really strangely. Like, it's been even more manic, it's been more bloodthirsty, and it's been more unpredictable and uncontrollable. So Brock has been taking these freaking antipsychotics to basically even it out and keep it at bay so he can maintain control. But he still has to go out and do his whole thing. So he goes out and he ends up getting into a scrape where he gets hurt pretty bad. And in this particular scenario, all of a sudden, like, Venom flips out and all of a sudden starts getting all these weird red veiny things popping out of him and crazy stuff going on, you know? At which point things get really crazy and Brock is rendered unconscious, basically. He awakes to an old war veteran dude who basically then all the retconning really starts, okay? And we find out that, you know how, like, Flash Thompson was Agent Venom, we find out that, like, that was not the first soldier who was given a symbiote by the government and sent out to war. It, in fact, goes back at least to frickin' Vietnam. So, yeah, I don't know how people are going to feel about that. But anyway, and again, keep in mind, guys, that there is a portion of the Marvel Universe that I missed out on reading over the last, like, maybe 6 to 8 years, and a little bit more even before that. So there's clearly some stuff I've missed, but I don't remember that being set up anywhere else before. But then again, I could be wrong. Feel free to let me know. But anyway, so Eddie ends up, like, deciding that he's going to work with this guy, and he goes out on a mission to save some other symbiotes, or collect some other symbiotes, the symbiotes that originally belonged to that guy's platoon. And in the process, we have this moment where Venom is immersed completely in a huge fireball, and it does not affect him at all. Now, mind you, this could be a byproduct of whatever is happening with the symbiote in terms of the dreams or nightmares and all this kind of stuff, but we're not really told in this issue, so it seems really out of place, because as we know, being born in the vacuum of space, sonics and fire are the only two things that Venom is really, you know, vulnerable to, even though that doesn't make a lot of sense, because the other symbiotes that were spawned from him and Carnage, they have the same problem, even though they're born on... Look, no, that's problems from long ago. We're not talking about that right now. That's for another video at another time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's kind of a problem, and then basically we end up getting this reveal because the other symbiotes have the same whatever infusing them that Venom had earlier. We find out that, like, they're all speaking an ancient language of the symbiote race, which I apologize, guys. I think it's like the Shi'ar or the Shi'ari or or something like that. I apologize. I did read that story arc, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was or the exact pronunciation. Anyway, they're speaking an ancient language of their race that hasn't been spoken in millions of years, but essentially they keep saying something about God. God is coming. So what we basically get is an indication that whatever this thing is that they're all dreaming about is somehow connected to their race, has been on Earth for a very long time, and dates back to a language or a sect of their alien race from millions of years ago. Again, all retcons that I don't know how people are going to feel about or how they will react to them. I see all the inherent problems in this, but I'll be honest, I still really enjoyed the issue. The artwork was really awesome. It's definitely the best Venom has looked in a while. And while the book seemingly has plot holes and tons of retcons, I'm still a big fan of the way Donny Cates writes, and even with all those issues, it managed to pull me into the story. So I kind of like with the Doctor Strange thing, I'm like, why don't y'all just let Donny Cates write out of canon, out of continuity Marvel stories? It seems like that's what he's built for until he gets like a better lay of the landscape in terms of like what the continuity has been and how he can change it. But anyway, guys, like I said, I know a lot of people are probably going to hate this book, but I enjoyed it for the most part. You know, I don't know about paying $4.99 for it. That seems pretty steep for what we got, but that's kind of all Marvel books these days. So this week, this book's going to be getting 2.5 out of 5 GGs, and a recommend if you liked what I was saying and if you don't think it'll bother you too much. All the retconning and stuff like that. If you're interested to see where it goes, I think it'll be worth it. Or you might want to wait for the trade. Might be a little bit more affordable. That's what's up. Anyway, guys, those are just my thoughts. Did y'all check this book out this week? If so, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. And if you like this video, please leave a like and share it with some friends. That's more important now than ever, with everything that YouTube has been changing up on us small YouTubers. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell so you can get updates on all the dope content I'll have coming out in the future. Also, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, I will have the links for that in the description below. Thank you very much for your time, children of the screen. I hope you all have a good one. Nerd Scum, out. Fucking Venom, man.